Okay, I am back on Saturday. I'm trying to stay consistent. Today is chest and biceps, like I said, if you watch the other videos. I'm gonna try and make these videos a little shorter, so I'm not gonna stop talking, but I'm gonna not spend as much time talking, because I am taking a little too long. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start off with dumbbell press, and then we'll do incline, and then we'll do flies. I'm gonna grab what do I do? 35s. We're gonna do 35s. Probably gonna go ahead and take my shirt off because I'm pretty hot right now. The reason why I'm kind of hot right now is because I actually went on a walk. I didn't know what time I was gonna be able to come to the gym today, but then I found out that I could get a ride while I was on my walk, so I kind of rushed home. For breakfast, I had a rice cake and a banana, a little bit of water, well, by a water bottle. I also grabbed a kiwi to eat on my walk, but for some reason it was old. I don't know. It didn't feel ripe yet, but apparently it was old. So that sucked. Anyways, I'm gonna start off with these 35-pound dumbbell presses. Wow, here comes a headache. I'd taken Tylenol before I came though, so hopefully that'll help. Anyways, that was light. I don't know how I look from that angle, so I'm probably just gonna change angles between sets to, I don't know, give you the best I could. Let's go. It's not a very tall tripod, so I don't know. I might just give you angle right here and see how that goes. Oh, it's falling down. That's great. I love that so much. It's falling down again. Oh my. This is very annoying tripod. I'm gonna get a water bottle and try to hold it up, I guess. Let me just turn the tripod like this. That should probably help. Sorry for the full face cam. I'm gonna stop recording until I get this set up because it's being dumb. Okay, we're set up now. This is probably decent angle. Yeah, that's fine. Pop me open a Celsius. Haven't had one of these in a few days. I've gotten lucky, and no one's in here yet. Yet. It is a weekend, so people will probably come in. It's around, I'm actually not what time it is. It's probably between 10 and 11. And right as I say that, someone comes in. I'm pretty sure. That's great. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the 40s, and we're going to start off with those. I'll start off. We're going to do the next set with those. What unluckiness. I don't know. Hey, hey, no, you're good. If you don't want to be in the background, I can just cut it out. No. All right. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to work on. the guy who came in. I don't know if you heard me, but it's a nice guy. I don't know him like personally, but we've met and talked before, and he's nice. He doesn't mind being in the background, and he's also, he's being respectful. He's a nice guy. He brought his kids. I told him that if he didn't want to be in it, I can just cut the part out, or yeah, that's what I said. Ooh. Anyways, I don't know if it's the creatine or my muscles are just getting bigger. Like I've gained a few pounds, but I honestly think it's just fat in like here. I haven't weighed myself in like a week though, so I don't know exactly how much I weigh. Actually, I think I weighed myself the other day and I was like 147. So that's good. Yesterday while I was working shoulders, I actually saw new veins coming out up here. So hopefully we'll see those today. Because they're pretty nice. I don't really know what to talk about, and you can't see my face. I don't really know what to say. I got a bunch of fruit this week, but I couldn't eat like any of it because none of it was ripe. The bananas are fine, but I bought like cantaloupe and kiwis, and they're not. So that sucks. But I got my mom to get me 2 cases of raviolis because that's cheap. So get a little bit of protein in. I don't know how much that is. I just wanted ravioli, so I asked for 2 packs. I think it's a reasonable amount of time to do my next set. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the dumbbells, the 45s now. I don't know if I should change the angle or not. I feel like I should. I just don't know where to put the camera actually. Let's try maybe even like right here. That might be fine. Let's try that. Alright, that was a tough set. I'm gonna stop the recording, set the bench up how I need it, and then I'll start recording again. Probably once I'm ready for the next set. Okay. I'm here. I'm gonna get the camera over a little bit. I think we're pretty good where we are. And I forget that when I film from the front, you can really see a double chin. But I mean, even if you're super lean, when you're like this, it's gonna be kind of a double chin. And I don't know. I think I just said something like that. Anyways, I don't know if it's just me, but I think my pecs are getting a little bigger. Because, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm looking at them more. Actually, I feel like if I looked at them more, then I would notice less change. But I'm looking at them more frequently, and I'm still noticing change. So maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. I think I might use some of the bananas I got this week for a protein shake because I do have some protein powder. And yes, my throat is still messed up. I was actually very, like, my nose, it was hard to breathe out of it for a few days too. But, anyways, I'm gonna go grab the weights now. We're gonna start off. I think we can do the exact same weight because I've always done more upper chest, so it's about the same like strength. depending on the incline, because then it goes to shoulders. But anyways, I'm gonna grab the 35s again. Be ready for tomorrow, guys, because you're getting another leg day. I believe, yeah, leg day. Legs and abs. And I didn't like that my weekend was going to be a leg day, but then I think, that means my Monday and Friday are both going to be back in triceps. And I like doing that, so that's fire. Your videos, that means your videos for next weekend will be, if I do post Saturday and Sunday, will be shoulders and abs, and then chest and biceps again. Yeah. And the week after that, I believe would be legs and abs, and then back and triceps, I think. But we don't have to look so far ahead. Just focus on now. The present matters more. I could die tomorrow. I could die today. I doubt I will, but don't mind the youngin'. Man, I gotta pee. She just went to the bathroom though. I am probably about to grab the next weight. Actually, I'll give it a few more seconds. What can I talk about real quick? Walks. I know walking can be good for recovery to a degree. It's like 20 minutes of cardio after a workout. But I think I'm just going to do even more cardio. Because I usually do 30 minutes of cardio after every workout. But I think I'm just going to do more. Because I've heard, like, by other people and then Jeff Nippert too, that, like, getting 10,000 steps in every single day can increase your life a lot. Just overall health. More than working out can. So I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to go grab the 40s. I'm going to blow on the mic real quick. Don't worry about it. Just a little bit of dirt on the mic. Yeah, my upper chest is just like slightly less stronger than the overall. So it is a little harder, but I can still do the 45s in the next set. I think I think tomorrow I'll probably max out on squat just to see what it is. Someone was asking me in my comment section too on TikTok what my squat was. He wanted to tell me that he hit 200. You're good to come in here if you need to grab something. I don't. Just the younger kid. Oh, okay. Said he was looking how strong. His little brother said he was looking how strong I was. There's a difference. People need to understand the difference between strength, like powerlifters and bodybuilders. Because powerlifters, they can be small and lift a lot. Like David Lade, I think David Lade deadlifted like 500 pounds. Like my deadlift, I don't know, my bench used to be more than my squat. But that's strength wise. Like I'm bigger than I really am strong. Because I'm a bodybuilder, not a powerlifter. Anyways, I think I can grab the 45s now. Actually, no, I'll say this real quick. I love I want to influence other people to work out, and I love like the kid was looking how strong I was. I'm gonna grab them now. One moment, I just banged my shin on this piece of metal. I think I'll be good. I'm gonna grab it. That was heavy. Yeah, definitely harder than flat bench. I think I maybe could have pushed out one more, but the only times I'll really train to failure is on my last set. But there's really not much of a difference in training to failure and then in between the 1 and 2 reps until failure rep range. Sometimes 3, but I think 1 or 2 is better. That's what I usually do. And the bench, you don't gain like hardly any more muscle going to failure, and you also run out of a lot more fatigue going to failure. So it's really only good to do it on your last set, which that was my last set. So I'm gonna readjust this bench, and I'm gonna go over there to the pec deck fly machine, and someone's kind of like fart. I think that guy was taking a crap in the bathroom. Probably shouldn't have said that, but it does stink. Anyways, I'll be back. Okay, I just actually went to pee, and I don't think he. Well, I think he definitely did crap, but I think I might have actually farted and forgot about it, and that's what I was smelling. Sorry, the camera's not as straight as it was. It's kind of making me mad. All right, try here. Make sure I'm centered for you for the most part. All right, on the pec deck fly machine. Instead of doing unilateral, because I've been cut for more time, so I can't do unilateral as much. And it just takes longer, and I don't want to do that. So I just heard a noise. I thought my recording stopped. Anyways, so I'm going to do. Hold on, I need to make sure this is on right. I think we're good. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, bilateral is just better. Just normal. We don't have to say bilateral, but technically that's what it's called. Anyways, I got 100 on. We're gonna go ahead and start with that. definitely felt a stretch in that. I think y'all are just too low to really see my chest. I might pull that bench over just for a minute. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to set the camera up and then I'll be right back with you. All right. You can see me way better now. And I'm probably going to move you like this way so you can maybe see my chest squeeze more because I'm not squeezing. They're going to get in the center of the screen. I need a drink. Let's get some creatine in us. Still on that grape. Good. Doing that unflavored definitely does help because I don't always feel like having orange or grape flavor. I still haven't been in the mood for the orange one again though. Very yummy. Ooh. What can I talk about? Give you a little flex. Felt a little bit of a tightness in here when I did that. Probably just because I'm doing deck deck. I remember my home gym when it was super hot. I used to just do dumbbell flies. I think I've talked about this before, but like I don't really have like any regrets because I like who I am now for the most part. It's just certain things that it, like if one small change was made in the past, so many other things could have happened, which is why I don't like fully regret it. But if I had to change something from the past, like I've said in one of my other videos, if you haven't watched it, I said that I wish I would have started looking more into working out, like the form, the workouts you do, you know, doing different, like just different workouts, not opening up to more workouts on the muscle groups I was doing because I did nothing on legs, which I couldn't really do much, and I didn't have any racks. Like I had a bar, like a 12-pound bar with some weight, but I had no rack, so I couldn't do any more weight that I couldn't just throw off me. Anyways, if you are starting off, you know, I would definitely work on staying consistent first, and once you become consistent, then change up your workouts. Or if it's hard for you to stay consistent because you don't like the workouts you're doing, then I would definitely recommend looking into different ones because that could help you stay consistent. But anyways, I'm going to do this next set now. I'm gonna put it up to 110. You should be able to see a better stretch in this until you get to the middle because the bars will be in the way. But I'll move it on the last set, like I said. I need to readjust these to the side because I'm not going to get the full stretch. I'm letting it rest a little bit. Stretch and tension are very important things. I'm trying to get that good hypertrophy, triggering hypertrophy. When you're trying to build, if you're trying to get strength, like if you're just working out to be strong, like you don't really have to worry about his diet as much. You just need to get protein in, and you can be whatever size you want. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, when you're trying to lift for strength, you just have to worry about putting a bunch of weight on. getting like, I think it's like 3 to 6 rep range or 3 to 8. I think it's 3 to 6. And then for hypertrophy, it's 8 to 12. But you can see similar results doing higher ranges, like 12 to 20, which is kind of crazy. That's what I used to do. You know, in my first videos, I might even have myself doing that many reps. I don't know how long ago I started doing the specific ranges, but yeah, honestly, I think I did start doing that after I was filming because I feel like I remember making videos trying to find how much weight I need to put on. And I haven't been putting in my notes as much now because it's like I'm not gaining much strength. It's like, so for like the dumbbell press, like I'll be doing 45s. Like I can do 50s, but if I'm not getting the amount of reps I need in, I need to lower the weight. And it's kind of like, okay, I can do 50s for okay, I don't want to say six, for 7 reps, we'll say 7. But it'd be better if I got like 8 or pushed out a ninth. But then if I'm doing the 45s, okay, well now I'm getting to 9, where I could possibly do 10, but I'm just too shaky and the form's not good enough. So it's like I need it in between 45 and 50 on that last set when it comes to flat dumbbell bench. But I don't know, I'm definitely getting stronger, just slowly stronger. It's also the protein. You know, I'm not getting as much protein in, so it's definitely going to be slower results from that. Because I'm pretty sure my form's right. If you notice my form's wrong, then let me know. But I think I'm doing decent. I think. Well, that's not going to be a good angle because then you can't see my chest. Huh. I'm thinking maybe put you over here. This could be okay. I don't know. It's kind of close to the same spot. But I think if I'm going, I might be able to see. I don't know. We'll get you better angles when I do biceps because today's chest and biceps. I'm going to do the next set now. I'm going to add up 10 pounds to 120. Okay, I think the angle is fine. I looked at the camera a few times to see, but man, that last set. I'm gonna go set up the preacher curl machine thingy, and I'll get you another angle and I'll start recording again. Okay, I think that's a decent angle. I'll probably change it up on one of the sets. Hoping my phone don't fall down. It doesn't just fall down. Apologize for my grammar. Anyways, man, I increased the weight by 5 pounds this first set just to see how that goes because I think, like when I did it a few days ago, it felt a little lighter. So I'm gonna try this out and hopefully maybe get a good clip out of this. So, was this 25 pounds? 10, 2.5 on each side. That full stretch always, I can always feel it in my arms good. One moment real quick. Alright, we're good. I was just seeing if anyone's still in here. They left. I'm gonna grab a. Should I add fives on both sides? Yeah, I think I had fives. I don't remember. I'm gonna do it anyway. Wait, do I? Yeah. Pretty sure. Just gonna put that right beside the 2.5 because I don't feel like pulling it off. Oh, forgot about the chest. You can't see it right now. You can't really see me while I'm trying to do a good flex, but it's just too far down and not high enough up. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if like body dysmorphia is dying off, or not dying off, but like slightly going away, or if I'm just actually getting a little bit bigger. Maybe both. I mean, my triceps are definitely evening out. Like I can actually see a line in that one now, and not just one little dent. I'm trying to compare. I wonder how many people actually watch the whole video. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm out of the ordinary, like interesting or anything. But it is next set. Usually I start with hammer curls, but then it's just like so sore. I don't know if it's too much stretch or what, but I definitely feel it. I think I have a scar on my arm from where I donated blood last year. I think I said that in another video too. Yeah, I think it's like in here somewhere, right there. Anyways, I'm gonna do this real quick. That was a good set. I'm gonna move the camera now for this last one. I would put you in front, but then the thing's gonna get in the way. The actual machine itself. I might get you right here. You're probably not gonna be able to see too well, but you know, I'm trying. I'm gonna put this against this pole right here, actually, so it doesn't fall over. Okay. I think that might be good. I'm just gonna add a 2.5 on. Yeah, okay. I don't see any more 2.5s anywhere. So where are they? Where are they? All the 2.5s are gone. Oh, I think they're over here. I really don't like when people don't rack the weight, especially like 2.5s. Like, come on. Just leaving 4 2.5s on the ground. Probably someone who brought a kid or something. I don't know. Man. How have y'all been over the past week? I know I was supposed to post that video on Monday, and I ended up posting it like yesterday or the day before. I think I posted it like Thursday night. But I mean, then you get a video in the middle of the week, so, or close to the middle. So I don't think that's that big of a deal. Let's see how this angle looks. I think it's an okay angle, yeah. It's pretty good. I need to get one of those cameras. Maybe I gotta ask for that for Christmas, like one of those 360 cameras. Or not 360, but where you can just like see where I'm seeing. That'd be pretty good, because like I can't really get as good at angles on when I look down. But anyways, what was I gonna say? I was talking about something and I forgot. Oh, getting a U video in the middle of the week. That's probably good. Yeah. Probably do this next set because I honestly don't know what to talk about. I'll do this next set and then I'm gonna go put the camera where I do my hammer curls. So I'll probably set up somewhere. There's not really a place for me to put it over there by the dumbbells. At least not with the tripod, and the place where I usually put it for videos without the tripod just is too low. So I'll probably set up on this bench like I did in the other video when I did back, I think. Just, man, in my A&P class, I did not know there were so many bones in the skull. Like, there were so many. I didn't know that, like, the skull was in so many different pieces. I thought, like, there was, like, a few, like the jaw, then the upper. I don't know, there's a lot. You got the maxilla, the mandible, the temporal, parietal, nasal, ethmoid, sphenoid, occipital, and there's more. I don't know if I said nasal already, maybe. There's more. Yeah, there's a lot of bones in the skull. But we're not going to have to memorize the connections in between them because they're all called like something sutures. So that's good. But yeah, definitely gonna have to study for that one. I'm gonna do this for set now. I did add the weight, right? Yeah, the 2.5. Okay, so let me see how much weight this is. This is 40 pounds, I believe. Yes, it is 40 pounds. So we're gonna do this, and then I'll set the camera. I'm gonna try and set you up real quick, get you a good bicep flex. This tricep isn't that tall though. Not tricep, not tripod. Anyways, we're gonna try. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm gonna rack up all this weight. I'm gonna get ready for the hammer curls. Alright, I didn't grab the dumbbells yet because it didn't take me very long to put that weight up. I don't know where I should stand. Should I stand where you can see my forearm? I think right here is fine because you can see my face and my arms. Anyways, let me see. What was I going to talk about? Should I start singing more? Singing songs on my playlist? I've been listening to different stuff lately. Like, I've been kind of bored, getting bored of my music. So sometimes I'll honestly just like play Clash Royale in between sets or while doing sets. Like if I'm doing like legs, but then I'm not as focused. Usually I'll do it in between sets. But I don't do it all the time though, because then I'm getting like a little too much rest in between sets. Because they can go up to 5-minute games. Usually it's only like 3 minutes, but anyways, maybe I will start singing some of those songs. Because I mean, I'm just sitting here like for you, you're listening to me talk. For me, I'm talking, but if I'm not talking, I'm just sitting here in silence, which I don't mind doing. But I also don't want you to be bored. If I don't have anything to talk about, then it might be easier for you to get bored. I'm going to go ahead and do this set. I'm going to grab 20s. I go 20s, 25, 30. So sometimes when I was doing 25s, 30s, 35s, but then I'm kind of like shrugging too much. And it's a bicep workout, not a trap workout, so I try to minimize the trap movement. Anyways, I'm going to grab the weight. You think that's a lot of reps? Like if you don't work out a lot, you're like, why so many reps? Because I'm doing 12 on each arm, not just 24. Ooh, I got a cramp in a bad spot. Got a cramp in my chocolate starfish. Look at those chests, like the middle. Narrow clavicles. I honestly do feel bad for people with narrow clavicles. I'm glad I have wide. I just have like not amazing genetics, but pretty decent. So I'm glad. Whew. I don't know what to talk about. I'm just kind of talking random stuff. I know I say that a lot, but like I really just don't talk a lot, so I don't always know what to say. Sometimes I'll be like kind of awkward, like I just don't know what to say. Alright, I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I had one talking stage at like December last year, and it ended because she said I was too boring. Or yeah, that's pretty much what she said actually. My abs are kind of showing. Not much now. Anyways, I don't know. I think it's just because a lot of the things I find interesting, people don't find interesting. People my age, at least, like working out, like the bodybuilding stuff. I've had some girls who like they may not be interested in it, but like they'll sit there and just like stare at me and like smile while I go on and on and on about it. I don't like that. I like when girls just like. I like when a girl doesn't want to always talk about herself. Like I'm a good listener. I'll listen. I'll sit and listen and give, you know, decent input when you want me to. But you know, sometimes if there's something I'm interested in, and you don't make me feel like I'm being boring as boring, that's pretty good. Like you're showing interest in my stuff. You don't just want someone to talk to. I'm gonna grab the 25s. And I'm gonna rip those out now. Should I give you a different angle? I don't really know what other angle I could give you that's better. I might just turn. Take me down, take me down into your paradise. Don't be scared, cause I'm your body type. Mm-hmm. That's the song I've been singing every time I grab the dumbbells. I don't know why. I don't like the whole song, just that one part. Ooh. I need a drink. I haven't drank anything in a bit. I'm not trying to pass out during my lift. The rack over there has like safety, like things that'll catch the weight, like most do, but these ones are a little different, but they still work. So I think that's where I'm gonna max out squat tomorrow. We do have a Smith machine, but I don't know how much the bar weighs. I don't want it to be accurate, so yeah, I'll max out squat tomorrow on that if I remember. I think I'll remember because I'll be thinking about things to talk about and stuff. And if I keep thinking about it now, I'll probably remember. But yeah, I'm going to try to max out on squat. I'll probably I'm gonna do leg press either way, so I might just do like 1 or 2 sets of leg press and then go to squat. I don't know. I might look up something about what the best way to do it is because I need to have a warm up. I don't really want to warm up with squat. I'll warm up with squat a little bit. I'll probably go from. I'm probably not gonna do just the bar. I might, but say out of 10 on each side. Go. How much would 35 on each side be? I don't know. Last time I checked, it was like 180, but I say 185 because I had already finished my entire leg workout, so I was already like sore and like lost fatigue. So I just say 185, but it could literally just be 180. I think it'll be more though. Plus, that was like I don't even know. That was probably like 2 months ago. Yeah, at least like 2 months ago. So I'm assuming, you know, if I had to guess, I would say 190 to 200. I'm gonna say 190, 190. I'll say 195. We'll just go in between and say I'm gonna assume it's 120, 195. How much would that be? I don't know. I don't really use barbell that much, so I don't have to add weight like that. Barbell 45, 135. Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of this. My brain just kind of like gets everything, or like it like goes blank when I think about something for too long. So 45. I need like add 25. No, I had 35s on. No. I had 25s and then like a 5 of 5 and two 2.5s. And that'll be like 200 pounds, I think. So 45, 25, 5, 2.5 on each side, I believe, to get the 200 pounds. If I'm using a 45-pound bar, which I'm going to try that. If I don't get it, well, I don't know how high I should have the safety bars. I think I should have the safety bars where, my legs can get at a right angle and just have like a little lower. Like squat down at till my like right here is a right angle, and then once I'm there, put it a little bit lower so I can just like fall down and let it catch it. Because the way these bars are, there's 2 poles like here and here, and then there's holes in each one, and you have a metal bar that slides into one, and then you push it even further, and it goes into the other. So it should save me, and I can see that they're like slanted, so they've been used. They work. I don't know. Worst case scenario, I don't hit it. But we'll see. I'll push myself. Should I should I use shoes or should I go barefoot? I think it's actually better to go barefoot because I don't know the science behind this, but I've heard. I think Jeff Nicholas talked about this. Like when your ankle's like tilted upwards, it does something with it. And I've been doing my leg press with no slides on or shoes, and I've felt it like I can push more. So I'll probably do it just in socks because the mat, it's not like carpet there. Like on that kind of stuff, there's like mats. So I think that'll be fun. I'm gonna do my next set because I'm gonna give myself too much rest. Talking about squat, not even today. Okay, did that last set on there. I got one more workout for biceps, and then just kind of like a burnout movement. And then, yeah, I think I'm gonna crush this can with a metal weight just to see how that goes. I'll probably record that. Mm, yummy. I'm gonna crush this real quick. I'll set the camera up lower. No, I'm not. I'm to crush the can. Ooh, that was perfect. I'm gonna put the weight up real quick and I'll show you. That is flat as okay, not paper, but that was a perfect crush. It didn't bend like at all. Anyone want the last sip? Okay, now I'll stop playing around. I'm just gonna leave the camera in like the same spot I had it. There's not really a place to do it for this. But I'm gonna add like clips on just to make sure it doesn't fall off. I think it'll be fine, but we'll just do it to do it. Add these clips on. I kinda gotta pee. I think I can wait until this set is over. What the heck? Oh, there's the other one like this? Oh yeah, it is. Hmm. I'm trying to get this clip on. It's being kind of difficult. So you can see me in the reflection. This clip don't want to clip. Well, I don't want to unclip and go on. Alright, I'm gonna get a different one. I just don't want the weight to come off. Okay. I'm gonna bring the weight over here and then I'll do it. Oh, actually, should I? Now I'll back up a little bit because this preacher curl thing's still in the way. Just gonna let that sit on the floor because I don't feel like re-racking it. I'm gonna go pee and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My hair is getting longer. I need to get a fade on the sides. It is getting too long. I don't feel like paying for it, and I don't like asking for money. I have this thing. I don't know if it's like a cyst or something. You can't really see it, but it's like a lump growing right beside my piercing. I've tried squeezing it. Nothing's happening. I'm really getting the urge to just stab it with a needle. But I don't know if that's the best idea. I might do it just to see. Um, hmm. I'll talk about. I'm gonna do this next set real quick. I'm not taking these sets to failure. Oh, it's rolling away. I'm not taking these to failure, but I am like going. It's just like a slight burnout. Because I did the main movements. Even if it like, sometimes if it is too many workouts, like I may not have to do this, and it may only like slightly get the growth, or I might even slightly delay the growth. Like I just don't feel like I'm putting enough work in if I only do 2 workouts. I just feel like lazy, or like I don't know, it just doesn't feel like enough. And I don't want to like, oh okay, I only have to do these workouts. I'll just stop doing the rest because I don't really like doing them anyway. Like I may not like always like doing the extra sets, but I don't know. I just feel like putting in more hard work for it. Oh my gosh, this stupid bar keeps rolling away. My nose is stuffy. Decent. I don't really like this. Like I like how it makes my veins pop out, but it makes me look like stupid. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out something else to talk about because I don't want to just like end the video and not have something like decent across. Let me think of some kind of message. What can I tell you that might get you something out of this video? I know it might sound a little cringy. Don't be another brick in the wall. There you go. We had to write quotes in art with feathers and ink, and I wrote that. Don't just be another brick in the wall. It's like, don't just be like everyone else. Stand out. Be your own brick. Don't even be a brick. Be a piece of wood. Yeah. Don't don't do things just to fit in. Don't get peer pressured either. Like, okay, this is where a better message might get you. Like, a lot of the people I know who have like vaped or smoked, drank and stuff like that, more of the vaping than smoking. Drinking is like not as bad, but like they have all said they were like peer pressured or they just wanted to see what it was like, and now they like they'll offer it to people sometimes, but when they're like in their feelings, like they're being real with you, they're like, dude, don't ever do this. Like I've talked to people who do it like all the time, and they're like, bro, don't ever do it. Like I'm so addicted to it, and I wish I didn't, but it's just too hard to quit. Is what I'm saying. It's like, I don't exactly understand where they're coming from because I haven't done it and been addicted to it, but there are things that I have had like slight addictions to. And, like addiction is not easy, especially if it's harder to identify the addiction. But I mean, when it's coming to vaping or smoking, it's direct. It's like, okay, well, I don't feel like I can live without doing this, breathing in this air than the clean air, because the nicotine or whatever. But even without the nicotine, it's just bad to inhale smoke. Even if you're by a bonfire, like that's not a bonfire, a bonfire. Like it's not good to inhale smoke of any sorts. Anyways, yeah, there's a little message. Don't feel peer pressured, and don't give in just to be cool. Don't try to fit in. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. Just like be yourself, and you'll attract the right people. Usually, if you can't attract the right people being yourself, maybe there's something you're doing wrong, but I promise you, not smoking and not doing drugs is not something that you're doing wrong if everyone else around you is doing it. Like, it's better to be a good person and do good things and take care of your health by yourself than destroy your own health or the people around you doing bad things just to fit in or have some friends. It's always better to be alone. And some people might not be used to being alone, so they don't want to be, but like it's worth it, and you'll get used to it. Just focus on being a good person and taking care of yourself. Even if you don't want to work out, like just cardio. Do a little bit of cardio every day. Like don't do drugs. I know it's not if you've already done them, it's not as simple as just not doing it, but just try your best. I'm gonna do this last set and then I'll probably end the video. I'll try and talk a little bit more before I end the video. While I put this stuff up. But yeah, I know some people might not like me for saying that kind of stuff, but it's the people who do it. The people who do it are the people that are gonna get mad about it, or have people who are really close to them who do it. And I know there's a saying, it's like sometimes the meanest people you meet are the ones that go to church every week. And some of the nicest people you can meet do. Like they might vape or smoke. It's like, yeah, that can be true. And I'm not saying, if you have friends who vape or whatever, or like if you don't do that kind of stuff, don't treat people who do it horribly. Like don't treat them like crap just because you don't agree with what they're doing. Like you can try and get them to stop doing it, but if you can't, don't be rude. There's a difference between like being a good person. I don't know how exactly to put this. Like being a good person and then just being rude. Like to get your point across. Like okay, say the vegan teacher. I would say everyone knows who that is. She's not trying to just support veganism. She's screaming and cursing at people and calling people out individually, hating on them to become vegan. But like that's not how you get your point across. You get your point across by showing people the downsides and the upsides of doing things. And if you can't change someone, you can't change someone who doesn't want to change themselves. Kind of like spreading like religion. Like you can't just force it onto someone. And a lot of people try and do that. But, if there's someone who doesn't believe in God and someone who does believe in God, and the person who doesn't is being a good person, they're doing the right things, they're being nice to everyone, helping people out when they can, not being selfish, not being greedy, stuff like that. That person, even if God is real, they're going to like that person more than the person who does believe in God and is just a horrible person and treats everyone like crap, tries to force the religion onto everyone. Like, you have to practice what you preach, is like what people say. Don't try to force it onto someone if you don't even do it. Just saying, oh, I believe in God, but I'm a horrible person. I treat people like crap. If you don't believe in this, then I hate you and I don't want to hang out with you. Like, you're the person that needs it more than the person who doesn't. You need it more than the person who doesn't believe it. And I'm not, like in my other video, if you watch, I explain more on my beliefs, and I don't believe nor disbelieve in God. I believe it could exist, but I don't strongly believe that it does, because it's just too, I physically cannot believe. I have tried. There have been times where I've prayed and I've said, God, universe, whatever is out there, point me in the right direction, stuff like that. But, I think I've been doing pretty fine for myself for someone who isn't a firm believer in Christ and goes to church every Wednesday or Sunday. And, you know, a lot of those people don't go because they want to hear the gospel. They go to have fun with their friends. But, you know, every time I have gone, even like the past year, is more of mainly gone because I used to go with my ex. Like, you know, I would be respectful. I would listen to everything the guy has to say, even if I'm not understanding it or he's not getting his point across to me. I'm still listening and being respectful. I'm not like being rude. A lot of people are on their phones, and some people are on the Bible app. I completely understand that. But a lot of people, like, I would look over and there's just people scrolling on TikTok, like, what are you doing? Or playing Block Blast, like, dude. And my ex at the time would do that. It's like, why are you doing? Like, you're only here. Like, you're being disrespectful. I don't know. I think it's time for this video to end. Uh, Kind of just went down a path of religion, stuff like that. But that's kind of stuff I find interesting. That's why I can just go on and on and on. Like, I probably just went on like 5, 7 minutes just ranting on that. And it's because I find that stuff kind of interesting. And I think it's important to get that point across that, you know, you can't just force things onto people. You need to, you know, have a serious sit down talk, explain to them the benefits and the pros and the cons. You need to explain the pros and the cons, you know, with doing drugs. It's like, okay, the pros, this feels good. The cons, this is unhealthy and it's slowly killing you. And even if you don't enjoy the life you have, a lot of people who think they want to die don't actually want to die. And I don't believe that they actually want to die. Some, yeah. But most people, I really don't believe that they do. And it's not that they want to die, it's just they want the pain to go away. Whew. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. If you watch till the end, you might have heard some interesting stuff. I need to do that more. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, rest of your weekend, whatever day you're watching this on. And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully tomorrow. Might end up posting it the next day. But, you know, do good things, make good decisions, be a good person. Bye.